So the world's bond market is huge, but the average investor isn't really all that aware of it. In fact, most people don't know that the overall bond market, which is valued at 145 trillion, is significantly larger than the overall stock market, which is valued at a more modest 115 trillion. Most individual investors stick to stocks or funds and ETFs and are blissfully unaware of the benefits of bonds. After all, stocks are much more exciting, and when they shoot to the moon, the adrenaline rush is like nothing any bond can give you. But bonds' lack of excitement shouldn't really be a reason for ignoring them, and in fact, the steady and predictable income offered by bonds is extremely important for wealth preservation and diversifying your portfolio, and every serious investor has some of their holdings in bonds, including what are called Munis. Now, I've covered bonds in other videos, and in fact, there's a link in the description below to a popular video that introduces them. However, I've never focused on just Munis. The term Muni is nothing more than an abbreviation of the word municipal. These are bonds that are issued by municipalities such as cities or towns instead of the federal government or corporations, and they offer some amazing tax advantages over just about any other type of bond. I think they're pretty interesting financial instruments, well worth learning about and investing in. So let's dive into Munis for a bit, and just maybe you'll come around and consider them for your portfolio. Hey, if you're new here, my name is Elliot. I'm a long-time investor and financial advisor. I make helpful videos just like this one so you can be smarter about your money. Don't forget to hit subscribe to stay on top of all the new releases, and now back to the video. Okay, so what are Munis all about? Well, they're a debt instrument, just like any other bond. This is quite different from a stock, which is an equity instrument, in which case you take partial ownership of a publicly listed company. With a bond, you loan money to whoever it may be, government, municipality, or corporation, and they pay you for your investment. You don't own a piece of anything, you're simply a lender. Some very big bond issuers are the US federal government, as well as many corporations, and of course, municipalities love to get in on the action as well in order to finance just about everything, from roads to sports stadiums to bridges. And this is how Munis came about, with the very first ones being issued by New York City as far back as 1812 to finance the building of a canal. In general, municipal bonds fall into one of two categories: general obligation or revenue bonds. This categorization is based on the source of their interest payments and principal repayments. General obligation bonds are issued by governmental entities but are not backed by revenues from a specific project, such as a toll road. Some general obligation bonds are backed by dedicated taxes on property, while others could be payable from general funds. These types of bonds are often referred to as backed by the full faith and credit of the governmental entity, and in almost all cases, it's money raised from taxes that will pay back the investors. On the other hand, with revenue bonds, the principal and interest payments are secured by revenues generated by the issuer, such as the case with a toll, or by certain non-property and non-income taxes such as sales, fuel, or hotel occupancy taxes. The only exception is when a municipality issues bonds as a conduit issuer. In those cases, while the municipality is the issuing entity, a third party is responsible for the payments of both interest and principal. The bottom line, it's some sort of incoming revenue that will pay back the investors. There can also be municipal bonds that fall into both categories. They're called double barrel bonds, and they can be partially general obligation and partially revenue. Just like any bond, Munis are rated by rating agencies such as Moody's or Fitch, and you should always stick to the top rated AAA or AA bonds, as those are deemed safest. Fortunately, Munis are generally highly rated across the board. Interest on Munis is paid out semi-annually or annually, and there are zero coupon Munis as well, where the bond is sold at a discount and the investor receives the full face value at maturity. Where do you buy them? You can acquire municipal bonds through a brokerage firm such as Schwab's, Fidelity, or Vanguard, or through a financial advisor, or by investing in a municipal bond fund or ETF. Okay, so these are the basic facts about Munis, but what's in it for you as the investor? What are the benefits of investing in Munis, and to be fair, what are the risks? Perhaps the biggest advantage Munis hold is that the interest earned is generally exempt from federal taxes. This is because the federal government favors helping finance projects on a local level that are for the public good, and offering a tax-free status will certainly get investors interested. There are some Munis that do not qualify for this exemption, and that includes situations where the funds are used to build investor-led housing, stadiums, or to replenish underfunded pension plans. In the vast majority of cases, however, the tax-free benefit applies. In some cases, interest earned is also free from state or local income tax, but that depends on whether you are a resident of the state that issued the bond. Now, something to keep in mind, although a Muni may be referred to as tax exempt, this mostly applies just to interest earned. There could be federal and state tax consequences when you buy or sell the bond itself. You'll need to check with your accountant on that one since there are so many variations of what could happen. Aside from the tax-free status, the other major advantage of munis, which I already mentioned, is that they are usually high quality with low risk of default. Finally, they're extremely important for diversification, as really all bonds are. Are there downsides to investing in munis? As with any investments, there are some risks. While the default risk is small, it is still present, as well as the risk that laws could change and tax-free status may be adjusted or even repealed, though that seems unlikely. There are also the standard risks that affect all bonds, such as call risk if interest rates decline, as well as other standard bond risks such as credit, interest, inflation, and liquidity risks. With all that being said, are munis good investments? Generally, yes, and as I mentioned earlier, they are part of many investors' portfolios. Yields remain fairly high right now, averaging around 3.5%, and they are expected to rise further. Also, keep in mind that the special tax treatment is equivalent to a higher yield. As an example, for an investor in the top tax bracket, a muni yield of 3.5% is the equivalent of a roughly 6% yield on a fully taxable bond like a corporate or a treasury bond. If you want to score even higher returns, go for the intermediate and longer term maturities as opposed to the short term ones. That, combined with the relative safety of these types of bonds, should convince you that they should have a place in your portfolio. Okay, hopefully you learned something new today about municipal bonds. If you did, drop a like and subscribe to the channel to stay on top of all the latest releases. And I will see you all in the next video.